Across cultures and ages, the human heart yearns to connect with something greater than itself. It's a profound longing, an echo of a deeper narrative that threads through every human story. This desire to reach beyond the earthly and touch the divine is a universal quest, transcending borders and epochs. But here lies a poignant twist in our tale. Despite this universal yearning, there exists a palpable gap, a chasm between humanity and the divine. This gap isn't merely a matter of distance or difference. It's a separation carved by our own imperfections, our missteps and moral failings. It's a divide that we, in our human frailty, cannot bridge alone. The scriptures offer insight into this dilemma. They speak of a world where the divine connection we seek is obstructed by our own flawed nature. According to the Bible, this isn't just a gap. It's a profound separation that necessitates an intermediary, a mediator. This gap, created by our own shortcomings, calls for a unique solution, a mediator. Consider the vastness of the universe and the complexity of nature. Where does humanity in relation to the divine? In the grand scheme of things, humans are but a speck in the cosmos, yet we yearn for a connection that seems just out of reach. This yearning reveals a profound truth, the existence of a gap, a separation between us and the divine, widened by what many understand as sin. Sin, as described in the scriptures, is not merely a list of wrongdoings. It's a fundamental breach in our relationship with God. It's this breach that humans, on their own, cannot mend. The Bible dismisses any notion that angels or other beings could serve as mediators in this capacity. For instance, it explicitly states, "It was not to angels that God subjected the world to come of which we are speaking." Instead, scriptures introduce us to Jesus Christ, who is not only fully God and fully man, sinless and righteous, but also the eternal high priest under the new covenant. His sacrifice on the cross is declared sufficient for the redemption of humanity, bridging the chasm between God and man. As the only way to the Father, Jesus serves as both our intercessor and advocate, making him the essential and ultimate mediator. Clearly, the scriptures point us towards Jesus, emphasizing his unique and profound role in our spiritual reconciliation. Enter Jesus Christ, who the Bible presents not just as a historical figure, but as the pivotal bridge between God and man. In the fullness of time, Jesus took on human form, walking the earth and engaging directly with humanity. His life, from the serene shores of Galilee to the bustling streets of Jerusalem, was marked by profound teachings and miraculous deeds. These were not just acts of compassion, but powerful demonstrations of his divine authority and understanding of human frailty. Key scriptures vividly illustrate Jesus' role in conquering sin and death. For instance, the Apostle Paul writes that Jesus, made lower than the angels for a little while, embraced humanity fully to break the chains of sin that bind us. This act was not merely sacrificial, it was a deliberate confrontation with death itself, to render it powerless. Jesus' unique dual nature as both divine and human sets him apart. This blend of divinity and humanity makes him the only one capable of truly bridging the gap, mediating between God and man through a profound understanding of both. Through his sacrifice, Jesus did not just speak about reconciliation, he became the path to it. But what makes Jesus stand apart as the mediator? Why him and not another? In the grand narrative of Scripture, Jesus emerges uniquely equipped for mediation. Unlike other figures, celestial or terrestrial, Jesus is depicted as superior even to angels, beings often considered powerful and holy. Scriptures like Hebrews 1:4 affirm his exalted status, stating he became as much superior to the angels as the name he has inherited is more excellent than theirs. Theologically, Jesus' dual nature as fully God and fully human positions him uniquely as the mediator. This isn't merely about bridging two realms, it's about understanding and reconciling them. As God, he embodies the divine authority and holiness required to mediate. As a human, he experienced our struggles, empathizing with our weaknesses and ultimately overcoming them. As we reach the end of our exploration, let's reflect on the profound role of Jesus as outlined in the scriptures. Through the passages we've delved into, it's clear that Jesus Christ stands unparalleled and singular in his role as the mediator between humanity and God. Not an angel nor any other being holds this unique position, but solely Jesus, who took on human flesh, experienced human life, and overcame death itself. This role of mediator is not just a title, it's an active, ongoing commitment. Jesus bridges the chasm created by sin, offering us a way to reconnect with our Creator on a personal and profound level. His sacrifice on the cross and triumphant resurrection are pivotal, enabling us to approach God with confidence and hope. Now consider the transformative impact of accepting Jesus as your mediator. This isn't merely about believing in a historical figure. It's about welcoming him into your life as the bridge to a deeper, more meaningful spiritual journey. In Jesus, we find not just a mediator, but a promise of renewed connection and eternal hope. Embrace him and experience the divine reconciliation offered to each of us.